Hello and welcome to our explanatory video. Our topics are the different text types and the tasks that you can expect in your A-levels or oral exam. First, we want to tell and show you something about the different text types and their characteristics. This topic includes primary text to deal with as a source and the production of different text types. Then we will move on to the tasks and their characteristics that can be given to you in your exams. There we will have a closer look on how to produce a summary and analysis and the recreation of text, especially on comments. At the end, we will show you some helpful phrases to structure your text presentation and give you a quick overview of some linking words.
The first mind map deals with different text types and characteristics, especially primary text to deal with as a source. The first sort of text are the literary text, where narrations and dramas fall into. The narration consists out of the complete plot, which is divided into the exposition, rising action, the climax or turning point, falling action, and the ending. The tension curve matches the complete plot because when the action is rising, the tension normally would rise as well. In narrative text, the narrator can have a first person or third person point of view and can be limited and omniscient. A drama has most likely the same elements of plot, but the climax could be a crisis and the ending is often a catastrophe. The second big group of primary text to deal with as a source are non-fictional texts, which includes speeches, reports, and essays. In the introduction of a speech, the orator announces the topic and wants to attract the reader's attention. In the main part, he or she needs the audience to follow the train of thought and tries to keep the speech as interesting as possible. At the end, he will draw a little conclusion. When it comes to a report, you need to have a look at the 5 W questions, which are mostly answered in the first paragraph. There is also basic information in the headline of a report. The main part contains different paragraphs with one piece of information each. The last paragraph of a report serves as a kind of conclusion. The third genre of non-fictional text is built up by essays. There are various kinds of essays, for example, comments, argumentative essays, and expository essays, which intention is to inform the reader about several facts. Comments have almost the same structure as speeches. The author expresses the main idea in the introduction and continues in the main part with a dialectical or enumerative approach. In the conclusion, the author sums up the arguments and gives an own opinion about the topic.
The second mind map is about production of different text types, as you can see here. On the one hand, there are 3 different types of letters. When you are asked to write a formal letter, they want you to use formal language and forms. Keep the normal structure with introduction, main part, and conclusion in mind. It depends on the task what you need to do. When you write a personal letter, you're allowed and even asked to use informal language like short forms and everyday language. A letter to the editor is very similar to a comment, only that you write to another person. No matter what type of letter you are supposed to write, watch out for the task, the addressee, and the register. In case you need to write a newspaper article, they want you to write a report, a comment, or a dialectal interview. For the information, you can go back to the mind map with the primary text to deal with as a source, where we already explained characteristics of these special text types. If English is a subject in your oral exam and you need to talk about different text types, you can stick to the normal structure and characteristics. When you are asked to give a statement about a specific topic, it depends on the situation and the task what you will need to do.
The second big topic is about tasks and their characteristics. First of all, we have the summary. At the beginning, you need to write an introductory sentence with all the important information like source of the text, title, author, time, and theme of the text. Next thing you are requested to do is to sum up the gist. You write in a chronological order, so step by step. Then divide the text into paragraphs with the same meaning and content. At the end, the important statements of the text should be mentioned in 1 or 2 sentences. You don't go for a facet or repeat the information of your summary. When writing a summary, you should keep in mind that you have to write in the present tense. The text should be objective, so don't write an own opinion or evaluate the text. The summary should be maximum 1/3 of the original text, so only use the important information. Use your own words and write varied and illustrative so it is more understandable. Read over it after you have finished. Comments are often used for task number 3. In the introduction, you need to present the issue and attract the reader's attention. When commenting on a given text, briefly summarize the point the author makes. In the main part, you should shortly state your opinion and outline reasons for your view. Then present your arguments in 1 paragraph each, in an enumerative or dialectal way. Don't forget to back your argument with facts, examples, expert opinions, and other reliable sources. In the conclusion, you should summarize your opinion and give an outlook on further developments or possible solutions. Don't add any new ideas here. Before you start writing, form your own opinion on the topic. Collect all the given materials and use your background knowledge. Also think of possible counter-arguments that you could invalidate. An outline will help you to structure your text.
The biggest part of the exam is going to be the analysis. Here you need to connect to task 1 with the introductory sentence. You also should identify and specify the theme, topic, and subject of the text. Watch out for the characteristics of the heading and determine the message. In the main part, you are often asked to analyze one character, the point of view, the line of argument, train of thought, stylistic devices, and so on. Include quotes to underline the message and give examples for your arguments which you need to mention, explain, and evaluate. The conclusion is an evaluation of the text. Is the text well structured, convincing, or reflective? Is the author able to address his readership and to get his original message across? Finish your analysis with the concluding sentence. Before you start, check the given task correctly and only analyze what you used to do. Otherwise, the time wouldn't be enough. In the A-levels, it could happen that you need to do a mediation, so to write an English text of a German text source. Here you shouldn't translate and only use the content of the text and no own knowledge. You should use a suitable style and write the sort of text you want to. Make sure that you find the right register and explain linguistic and cultural similarities, because foreign students or person won't understand them without explanation. The mediation is also a bit like a summary, so only use essential information and give details only if they're necessary. Don't comment on the text and don't give your own opinion.
Last but not least, we give you some language help. When you need to analyze a literary text, you can use some of the phrases on the right. To structure your text in general, you can use the phrases at the right bottom corner. If you want to counter arguments or express your own opinion, use some of the words in the middle. To connect 2 sentences, you can use the linking words on the left. That will make your text more illustrated and will improve your style of writing. Of course, all of these words and phrases are just examples, and there are much more phrases you can use during your exam.